Hello, it's me, back again. I'm going to be ranking these characters today because I like this program, this Disventure camp. I think it's very flawed. Well, see, the thing is, I think it's pretty bad, but it's really fun to watch. That's why I really want to talk about the characters in it. And, just put them in a wee order here to make least interesting to talk about first, most interesting at the end. I'm going to sort of set the tone for this video by putting this guy in the very top tier. So just so you know what you're, getting into here. Jensen is so funny to me. He's terrible. He's such a bad character and he never does anything. The whole season, all of a sudden he's evil. He's Russian or something, and then he drives a bus off a cliff and kills everyone. I love him. I love him ironically because they want you to take this guy seriously somehow, but I just think he's cool. I think he's funny. I think he's great, and that's enough about him. But that'll sort of set the tone how I feel about these guys.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you,
We don't care.
Jerry.
These four characters I don't have anything to say about, so I'm just going to do rapid quick fire. Will, average. He's cool. He seems nice, but he's gone in 2 episodes. Relationship with that, Ashley's nice. Drew, nothing character, doesn't do anything. Is out in episode 3, I think. He seems nice enough. I don't care though. Lil, also average. She's I'd say she's good. She's nice. She's friendly. She has an interesting plot line. I like watching her. She just doesn't do much. And then Maggie, I'd put here. She just doesn't do anything, and I find her arc and story just very uninteresting. And, just don't care. That's those 4. Those are the only 4 that I don't have much to say about. Everyone else, and her. She's bad. I don't like her. She's not funny. She's just annoying. And I think I'll rank him too. He can go in good. He's fun. He's interesting. He's cool. He's nice. Okay, that should be everyone that I don't have anything to say about. I'm going to start with these 3 here. I'm going to do them together because they're all tied at the hip.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Below average, bad. Okay, I think the Derek and Trevor storyline is so dragged out and shoved in your face. They are the characters who are in the show the most and get the most attention, apart from like Jake, and it is obnoxious. They are so uninteresting and boring. I hate their love story, no offense. They're just so boring. And this girl is just like, why was she there? Why was she in the season? She just felt so randomly tacked on. And they're all coming back next season, all 3 of them, which is a shame, but I'm hoping they have more of a comedic relief role and don't have a huge part in the story, because I didn't like their characters at all in season 3. They're okay in season 1, but well, no, they weren't even okay in season 1 because they didn't do anything. Every single scene was this guy, I can't even remember their names, Derek saying something evil, and then Trevor going like, wait, Derek, that's not cool. And that was literally every episode. So really boring, uninteresting, don't like them. Carol is an interesting one. Her character has the frame of like something interesting. There's stuff there. She's super mean and evil or whatever, but she's kind of chill as well. She likes her animals. And then she's gone episode 2, right? That's fine. She's a good second bit. And then they bring her back halfway through the season for 1 episode where she doesn't do anything. Like the most unnecessary padding ever. But like, I like her like core character. She seems interesting, but she doesn't do enough for me to care. And I think her like characterization was not interesting enough for anyone to care, and like that just makes her below average to me because I just didn't care.
The secret as to why I'm so chill? A daily dose of mushrooms.
This guy had a good potential. I liked him a lot when I first started because he had a fun voice and he just seemed like, a chill stoner archetype or whatever. Then he didn't really do much, and he had that cringe, overdone. A character lashes out at the villain, and I was like, oh, I don't care. This is cringe. It didn't feel earned after 3 episodes. Like, come on. So, he's below average as well. He can go beside his girlfriend. Both of them are not interesting, and they have a weird, boring relationship.
Please, sir. I want some more.
Okay, we've got Oliver. Again, average. He has like some funny moments and interesting lines, especially in staff stories. He's pretty funny. Other than that, he's a pretty central character in season 2, and then he like is non-existent for season 3 for some reason. Like he just disappears and appears like once every 5 episodes to say one line, like, "Crystal, it's me, and I'm still here, remember me?" And it's like, okay, nobody cares.
As you can see, I'm an emoji. A meh, to be exact.
Rosa Maria, I'm realizing that I put all the ones I don't care about first. Yeah, she's good. She's nice. She's interesting. She's just sort of like, no, she's not interesting. I don't know why I said interesting, because she's not interesting. She's just a wee bit boring. She doesn't do much. She has an interesting interaction with people that don't really care.
Maybe I got time for another story then. It's called Without a Paddle. Fuck you, Dad!
Lake, I like. She's nice. I think it's cool that she returned for All Stars, even if she went out super early. I think she should have gone farther, but at the same time, she went to the good place, and she's a good second boot to, like, you know, have early on. Can't stop. Her whole arc with her dad, her family, was sort of interesting, and the red hair kind of thing. I always forget she had blonde hair before. But yeah, you know, she's great tier. Ashley is great as well. She's a bit better than Lake. She's more interesting. She's fun. She's a cool design. Her interaction with Jake are good. Her interactions in season 1 are good. Overall, she's fun. There's nothing to hate about her. I don't really care about her as much as some others, but I'm a big fan. I am a big fan of her. She's cool.
Grammy Norma, I'm old and I've got grey hair.
Miriam, the old lady, she's good. She's good. She is funny. It's kind of stupid that she wins a season, and that's funny. I think she's great as well. She's cool. She's an old lady. I don't know what to say. I think the way she trauma dumped everything onto Jake, and I don't want to use the word trauma dump like that, but like, it was just sort of like, okay, here's Miriam, and it's episode 5, and all of a sudden we know everything about her. We know all her struggles. We know everything. And it's like, there's no subtlety in the writing. It's just like, oh, here's a character, and she has lost her son, and she wants a new son, and that's why she likes Jake, because he reminds her of her son. And it's like, I feel like it didn't have to be so in your face. Like, it was just, you knew everything about her all of a sudden. They should have sprinkled it in, made it subtle, and let us come to that conclusion before, like, revealing it, because it would have been a more interesting arc for her and Jake. But I also get they have to do a lot of writing for 13 episodes, so I don't blame them, but just kind of lame in my opinion.
Well, at least our schools are not a shooting gallery, mate!
Gret, British Queen. She is super Gret tier because she is Gret. I like her. She's fun in season 1. She's a fun villain. Her weird outfit is really ugly though. And then season 2, her plot is being with Yule, which is kind of not that fun of a plot, and it doesn't really go anywhere. Then she becomes friends with Gabby. That's cool. Overall, she's just cool. Like, she's a fun character. She should have been in the finale easily. Not even like remotely close. Ali, don't know what she was doing there. I'll talk about her later though. I'll talk about her like here. But yeah, Gret is cool. Super Gret. She deserves Super Gret because she is Super Gret. Okay. And then we have Hunter. Look, Hunter might be like bottom 10 characters in the show. I'm not trying to ruffle any feathers or anything, but I adore him. I think he is so funny. I love his weird, like, unappealing personality. His hatred towards Fiore, where he's like, that little girl, we need her off the team. She's weighing us down. He's so, like, I don't know, like, they try to make him seem like he's, like, the player in season 1 and in season 2. And he's like, you know, he can do nothing wrong. He's going to win all the immunity, and he's just a guy, and he's a cool guy, and he has 2 girlfriends. And then he gets eliminated in the final 4 for some reason. And then he comes back and gets eliminated like 5th. I think he's like the 5th bit, which is funny. I like him a lot. I just think his weird, unappealing personality is like endearing to me, and I like watching him on screen because he's funny. So I'm happy with him in Amazing tier. He's like one of my favorites. I love watching him. He's just weird. Like his plot with Ali, where they're like arguing and they hate each other, is funny because he's just like being a douche. That's funny to me. Anyway.
How about a random, unbiased game of rock, paper, scissors?
James. Rock, paper, scissors. One of the goats of the show, in my opinion. I absolutely love James. He's so funny. His voice is amazing. Like, say what you will about the voice acting of some of the characters, his voice actor sells it. He totally sells it. There's something about the tone and the way he says his lines. It's just so funny. He's easily above Jensen, above Hunter. He's so good. As for his plots, I think his plots are that kind of average. His relationship with Aiden season 1 is season 2, and that's sort of awkward because he's sort of like a bad person in them, but I don't really care. I don't care if he's a bad person. He's funny and he's interesting, and he just has like, he's one of those characters that I love his vibes. In this season 2, he goes out first, but he sticks it to Jake, so you know, how can I hate on him? I love him. Crystal is one of these tiers anyway. I don't know which one yet, probably this one. Yeah. I just, there's nothing to like about her for me. Like, she's just, there's no charisma. She's not a charismatic host. She's just a normal person who has normal feelings and boring storylines and boring opinions on everything. Her storyline in season 2 was so uninteresting, with her wanting to be more kind to the contestants. That was lame. And then season 3, she didn't really have a storyline. She just kissed Derek, and then all of a sudden she wanted to quit. And it's like, I would have liked to see that more. As of now, she is just a one-dimensional, uninteresting, bland character who doesn't add anything to the show. I've never seen a single Crystal fan because she's so like, she's just there. She's just there to get the show moving because she's the host. It's just like, I wish we could have had like a fun, charismatic host, not like, oh, what am I doing? Not like this boring, bland, like, okay guys, here's the challenge. Oh, and I'm going to make the challenge spicy by adding this danger in, and well done, this team won. I'm going to read the votes, and that's the end of the episode. Tune in next time. It's like, come on. Chris McLean's the perfect host. There's so many other hosts that do it so much better.
My life is like a video game, trying hard to beat the stage.
Ellie! Okay, I'm conflicted on Ali because she is kind of funny. Like, she's really funny, especially in season 1, because she's so bland and weird and she doesn't do anything. So in that case, like, some of her lines in season 1 are so funny. What's the one where she's got the flag and she's like, thank you, I'm going there. It's like just so awkward. She's such an awkward character, I miss her voices in the start of season 1. It was so funny. But come on, Hunter, let's dance. Yeah, no, I like her. She's in season 2 and she's just season 3. Sorry, it's so complicated because season 2 came first, season 1 came after, and season 3 came after, so it get mixed up. Obviously, the original season 1 came first, but that's not being held into consideration in this list. So Ellie, yeah, I like Ellie. She's funny in season 1, but season 2 she's just sort of like annoying, and then like she just argues with Jake the whole time, which is fair enough. Jake is, you know, he's Jake, but at the same time, there was that Final Four challenge where Connor was like, Ellie, Jake, if we work together, we can get rid of Riya. And then instead of working together, Jake and Ellie started bickering again, like for the 8th episode in a row. And I was just sort of like, we're done with this. We don't need to see this anymore. But still, I still like her for season 1. She goes in Gret tier. Because, like, even though she was bad in season 3, she was so good in season 2, that I just can't get enough of her. She's awesome.
And as a side note, if I don't graduate top of my class, it would be absolute bollocks.
And then we got Nick. Nick is one of my favourites. You can see a trend that like most of my favourites are like ironic, like characters who aren't actually that good. All 3 of these characters aren't actually that good. I just love their vibes and I love their weird humour. Nick is funny because he's British and he's just, there's something about him. I wish he'd come back. He's so funny. I hope he never gets like a serious plotline. I hope he's just a random character who makes like the final 6 or something. I like Nick. I love him. Dan is cool. I like how he's one of the characters who actually takes the strategy so much more seriously than the others and plans ahead and stuff. And him being a first boot in like the original that nobody cared about, and then making it a lot further in season 1 was cool. And I just think he's cool. I love his relationship with Gabs. So yeah, he's in super great because I just love his vibes. I love everything about him. He's chill. He's cool.
I just think there's a reason that we come in different bags.
Howard. Daddy, all that matters is he's sweet.
He ain't half as sweet as White Chocolate.
I hate you!
New.
Yo, very controversial character. A lot of people hate him because of the stuff he says, which is understandable because some of the stuff he says is horrendous. But I really find him quite funny. I think his voice actor is far and away the best one in the entire thing. Like, it's not even close. His voice actor is so funny. He sells the character. This flamboyant dude who is like being homophobic, which is funny because he's such like a gay stereotype of a character. So I think comedically wise, he's one of my favorites, which is why I put him in one of these 2 tiers, because I just love when he's on screen. I'll put him into Super Gret. The reason being, I think his interactions with Gret are actually not that fun or interesting. It's just mean-spirited and it's not like a funny one-off remarks. It's just sort of like, okay, you can call Gret fat like 5 more times. It doesn't like get any more interesting. So I didn't like his interactions with Gret. His interactions with everyone else are really funny because it's just like, out of all these characters, whenever there's a character who actually makes me laugh, it's like a big deal for me. So even though he's kind of a horrible person, he's still a character that I really adore. And I also think it would have been interesting to explore like the side of him that actually feels bad in the motel episode, but they went a different way with this character, which is fine. It's funny how he came out of season 3 as one of the 2 people who actually won money out of everyone. Anyway, Gabby. I'll put her with Dan because, you know, they're awesome together. Gabby's super great. She's fun. She adds some lightheartedness to the show, which it needs because there's so much like, my mom is dead and Jake hates me and Tom is a spy and we're all depressed and sad. It's like, okay, we need someone lighthearted. Gabby has her serious moments, but Her character's fun. It's pretty well handled. I think her like evil alter ego thing is kind of like underdone. Like I feel like we could have seen more of that and had more explanation behind it. It's okay though. It's just sort of like the show would have been the exact same if the evil version of her wasn't in it and it was just a normal girl. So I don't think it was like good representation or anything, because like it was just like, oh look, there's the evil one sitting on a rock and she's saying mean things. It's like, okay, a bit uninteresting.
Fashion school, here I come! Yeah, you heard me.
And Ellie, these three can all go together. Ellie's cool. She's easy to root for. She's ginger. Should put her down a bit, but I'll give her the slide. She's funny. She's not funny. She's interesting though. She has a good strategy. Like she is sort of like a demi-villain where she's sort of being villainous, but at the same time she's like a good person. She is just trying to win the money, because come on, 3 million. I hate the argument, like I hate how everyone criticizes characters in this show for being mean, where it's like 3 million. Come on. You should be criticized for being mean, because by being mean, he's ruining his chances. At 3 million! How easy is it, man? I don't know. It pays like 3 million freaking bucks. Aiden. I'd say Gret tier. I like him. He's well, I'll preface. I like him in season 3. He's fun. He seems more down to earth. He's a good friend with Jake, and when they squabble, it's quite funny. He's just he's entertaining, and I actually didn't mind him going far as much as everyone else did. Season 2 is a different story. I think he's really bad in season 2, really uninteresting, really boring. His entire character is just uninteresting, but it's also kind of funny to watch him, so that's why he's in Gret. He'd probably be good if he wasn't that funny, but anyway.
He didn't do anything on purpose, did you, honey?
No, I didn't.
No, he didn't. He's only 3.
I'm only 3.
Fiore. She's good. She's a good villain. I can't pick. I'll put her here. She's funny. She's really funny. She's a good villain for season 1. She's a good early bit for season 2. I think I would have preferred Fiore going far and Riya going earlier. I'll get to Riya. But yeah, Fiore is cool. I think she's fun. I think she's just a cool character. Her relationship with Alec is awesome. Like one of the best ones in the show. Their sort of bond is great, and their sort of like father-daughter relationship is just, it's cool. Like it's well done. I can't hate on it.
I wanna kiss you. I have depression.
You got
Shut up, Allie. Damn.
Tess. Oh my goodness. This is probably going to be like kind of controversial, but Tess is one of my favorites. She doesn't do much. She's depressed in season 2. That's her whole thing. She's depressed. She's in love with Hunter, as any girl would be. Come on, it's Hunter. But I mean, like, she just doesn't do a lot, and then she comes back for season 2 and she does even less. But like, I love her voice. I love her character in season 3. It's one of those characters where it's carried by vibes. Like, she'd be probably in good tier if I didn't love her vibes so much. She's just cool. I love what she's doing. Love how she acts and everything. I wish she made it farther in season 3. I wish she just swapped placements with Ali. That would have been so good, in my opinion. Because Ali was so boring. She never did anything, and Tess could have been like more of fun. Because Ali made it further in season 2 anyway, so Tess should have made it anyway. Whatever.
How do you do, fellow kids?
What?
Connor, I like him. I think he's endearing. I think he's fun to watch, but also I think they sort of made him like this flawless, unflawed character for too much of it. Like, he's the one getting manipulated by Riya. He is perfect. He's a perfect man. And it's sort of like, okay, this is boring. Should have been out 6th maybe. Final 4 was a bit much. he's a cool design. His relationship with Riya is just... I'll get to it. I hate Riya. He can go in super great though, because I do like his presence. I think him and Alec's sort of like friendship is my favorite, one of my favorite relationships in the entire show. It's so like I just can buy that they're friends so easily, and I wish Connor didn't go and then come back. I think if he stayed and just had loads of interactions with Alec, that'd be more fun. Maybe have I don't know, Tess go out early, right? And then swap Tess with Blake. So Tess is out in episode 3. And then have Tess come back at the challenge, right? So then Connor can stay the whole way. I just think that'll be more funny. Or not funny, fun, in my opinion. Like, and have Riya go early anyway. I'm rambling, but you can see this trash tier has no one in it. There's going to be someone soon. And it's not Alec.
I miss my wife, Tails. I miss her a lot. I'll be back.
I love Alec. I love everything about him. His design is great, especially in season 2. I love the beard. I love the shirt. I love the sort of disheveled look he has. His interactions with almost every character are really good. I don't know, he's just fun to watch. He's really enjoyable to watch. And there's not a scene where I don't like him. I just think he's the best. Oh, who to talk about first out of these 3? I'll go with Riya. In case you can't tell already, she's my least favourite character. Her story is handled horribly. She's not, like, interesting at all. It's just, I'm going to break Connor's leg, and then I'm going to look at the camera sadly, and you're meant to feel bad for me. Her villain arc is so rushed in season 2, because I think it's episode 11 she finally becomes villain, and then she loses in the finale, and it's just like, whatever, we didn't care. Season 3, she comes back, she can be a villain all she wants, but she's the least interesting villain of all time. She is just horrible to watch. She's not fun to watch. They really wanted you to look at her like a girl boss kind of, and it didn't work. She's not a girl boss, she's a girl failure in my opinion. I don't really have much else to say. I just think she was horrible to Connor, and then they try to make you feel bad for her at the end because, well, she may have won the season, but she's still alone because she doesn't have any friends, and look, Connor's getting married. And it's like, okay, but she has $3 million. Why should I feel bad? She's rich. All she and the show's over. It's not like she has to be alone forever. She can just go down to the coffee shop, meet someone there and say, hey, we can be friends. If they see her on the show, she can just go like, well, I had to be ruthless for the competition. Got me $3 million. I don't think most of her actions were unjustified. Some of them went way too far. $3 million is $3 million. Like, I don't blame her. But her winning is like, wow. The horrible character who abuses Connor throughout the entire season won $3 million, and you, of all people, won like 100k. What do you want us to do with this information? Like, she didn't deserve to win. She's a horrible person. There's a reason why the villain always gets karma in these types of shows, and her not getting karma and just like her being alone is not karma. I don't care. It's not sad. I don't feel bad for her because she has $3 million. Like, she can be like, oh, I'm sad that Connor is out of my life or whatever, but you still have a sister who's calling you, and you can just meet new people. It's not like you're like going to be tarnished forever because you remain on a show. Not only does not everyone watch the show, but you can also just explain, it was just a character I had to put on. Easy. I don't feel bad for you, Riya, and I think it's ridiculous that they tried to make people feel bad for you just because you looked at the camera with sad eyes 2 times in the entire series. Hate it. Worst character in the whole thing. And like, to be honest, epitomizes what I hate about Disventure Camp, which is poor writing and not seeing through arcs and stuff. Well, yeah, because they barely saw it through, and then they poor writing. They took 5 years to finish the plot. Shouldn't have stayed in. And then like 50 other characters had nothing to do because Riya, Jake, and Ali were there the whole time doing nothing for 18 episodes. Just horrible. Speaking of Jake, Jake and Tom, this is going to be really, you're going to be surprised by this. First of all, Tom, okay, where do you think Jake is going to go? Some of you might be surprised by this because of how critical I've been of bad writing. But Jake is number one. He's my favorite. He is my favorite character in fact, no, Tom is my favorite. Jake is my second favorite in Disventure Camp.
Oh my god, bro.
Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man? Get your ass on.
Here's why, right? I know that's kind of a controversial pick. Jake is terrible. Like, there's no arguing. He is next to Riya in terms of quality. Like, he's a character who never grows, and is constantly in a state of thinking everyone is out to get him and hating everyone because they try to give him normal advice, and just like he's just crazy. He's a crazy person. Like, every episode is just him going like, wait, Tom hates me because he and it's like, right, you don't need to do this for the 6th episode in a row. We got it in episode 2. And it's like, he's just all over the place. He's terrible. He never learns it. Season 3, every single episode is him like showing signs of getting better, and then the next episode he's like, Ellie, why did you poke my leg? You're the worst. I'm gonna feel the challenge. The final 6 challenge, I'm going to spend wrestling with you instead of doing the challenge. What a like anticlimactic challenge because of that. And like, he never like he's just terrible. But the reason he's second is because he is like so enjoyable to watch the entire way through. He is so deluded and weird and like stupid that it makes every episode that he's in hilarious, because he's always winning and always getting far, and it's so funny because he sucks so badly, and that's why I love him. That is the reason. And it's like, it sounds like a stupid reason, but like, he's the reason I sat around for so much of season 3. Like, he just kept me in. He's terrible, but he's just like, he's so funny in how terrible he is. Riya is not funny. Riya is not like enjoyable to watch. Jake is. That's why Jake is so high. He's just, he represents everything that I love about the show, because I think the show is like pretty bad. I think, why is he down here? I think the show is bad. I think it's really badly written, and I don't think it's good, but I still love watching it because it's funny, and it's such a train wreck that it's like I can't look away, and the character interactions are funny, and I actually do like some of the characters. Not some. Look how many I have up there. I like loads of them, but like, I don't know. It's such a fun show to watch, and even though I think it's rubbish and I think the writers are crazy, like I don't know what they're doing, I still can't stop watching it because it's like, it's good. It's so good. It's so fun to watch. Like, it's just such a good time. So that's why Jake's up there. He's a good time, even though he's terrible. I just love him. I love him. And then Tom isn't ironic. I actually do think he's genuinely a endearing and lovable character. Like, I don't like him in season 2 that much, because it's just sort of like, oh, he's a spy and he comes out of his shell, and then he gets fired, and then they have drama with him and Jake. But even then, he was still enjoyable to watch, and he was endearing, and he was nice. And then season 3, he's just so fun. Like, his relationship with Ellie and Gabby is really funny to watch, and like he's always squabbling with them and stuff. And he's just a joy to watch for me. I don't know. I went in expecting him to be bottom 3 whenever I first watched season 1, because I saw his design. I saw him being like a ninja undercover guy, and I was like, oh my goodness, this is gonna be like the character who is like a boss and does everything epically and is the coolest character. But then he became like a down-to-earth kind of like himbo-ish character, and I love that. I love that. He was just so fun to watch. He was even good in the Tom Jake show, which I'm not even bringing up in regards to this tier list because it is so good. It's so bad. The only episode that's good is the one with Tom and Ellie when they become friends again. Not again, they were never friends. When they become friends, that's the only good episode. But yeah, I mean, I love Tom. He's really endearing, and I genuinely love him. Jake, ironically, the best character in the show, but he is actually terrible. Just so you know. I'm going to arrange this just so everyone's in order, worst to best. Okay, I think this will do for my final list. We've got Riya, we've got Nina, we've got Crystal, we've got Emily, we've got Derek, Trevor, Carol, Maggie, Kai, Drew, Oliver, Will, Marcus, Rosa Maria, Lil, Lake, Miriam, Andrew, Aiden, who is Andrew? Ali, Ashley, Fiore, Ellie, Gabby, Dan, Yule, Connor, Gret, Jensen, James, Nick, Hunter, Tess, Alec, Jake, Tom. That's my list. Might not be a lot of popular opinions there, but these are my opinions. I don't care what other people think. But you know, thanks for watching the whole way. It was fun to rank these guys, and I certainly will be reacting to season 3 when it comes out, because I wasn't doing this channel when season 2 was and season 3 were airing. I was doing the channel when season 3 was airing, but it was just a bit too late for me. So there you have it. There's my opinions on these guys. So thanks for sticking around. Bye.